take a look around, ladies and gentlemen. We are dwindling here. The days in our current studio are coming to an end. We are moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, home of NASCAR, soon to be the home of Rowdy, another feather in the cap of the Queen City. Buck Fever Bassmasters talking about racing with our friend, Jerome Buzz Cutler, who has today's 3 big questions.
All right, so Marcus Ambrose is leaving JTG Dougherty. The rumor is that he's heading perhaps to the number 9 for RPM. Is that really an upgrade for Marcus, moving from JTG Dougherty, a satellite team of Michael Waltrip Racing, to the reeling Richard Petty Motorsports?
At this point, we don't know. He must think it is, so therefore he's doing it. I think they only have one sponsor, Stanley, and it seems like all the rats are leaving the ship. I don't know.
Are you calling them rats?
Rats!
Who knows what the story is?
I mean, it's weird. I mean,
I think Richard Petty Motorsports is, at least from our perspective, it's a bit up in the air. I would say, though, Marcus is a Ford guy. The 47 team isn't Michael Waltrip Racing. I mean, we have to remember that. It's JTG Dougherty. Yes, it's a satellite of Michael Waltrip Racing, and they seem to have a pretty good relationship. But I think Marcus feels like, hey, I get to go back to Ford. The 9 cars is still a pretty good ride if I get that team, Kenny Francis and that team. So, I think maybe he feels it's an upgrade, plus he gets to go back to Ford.
All right, along these same lines, Richard Petty Motorsports, lots of rumors surrounding that team. Guys are coming, guys are going. It seems to be that team, even with this Ambrose rumor, may be on its last leg.
Yeah, I think it's just Richard Petty Motorsports has got a lot of things they have to put together. It's a very complicated puzzle. Very hard for them this time last year to switch from Dodge to Ford. And now watching Casey Kane leave, although God only knows where he's going to end up. I mean, that situation still feels very much up in the air. Is A.J. Allmendinger going to stay? He's certainly shown some promise. If you look at the guys this year and how they've performed, Casey's still in the mix for a chase spot. Menard has outperformed himself from before. A.J. Allmendinger has outperformed himself from before. So I don't think it's all bad over at Richard Petty Motorsports. Yeah, but if they could secure another sponsor, if they get Marcus Ambrose, and maybe they got some positive momentum.
Where are the sponsors for Richard Petty Motorsports? They just don't seem to have any, so that looks like all of the rats are going to be leaving the ship.
Okay, I'm not sure I totally agree with you there, Buck. I think maybe they got something up their sleeves, their collective sleeves.
All right. Oh, I get 2 mics.
No, you
Issue number 3, Jack Roush involved in a minor plane accident. Seems like he's all right. Our best wishes go out to Jack and his family. But when you have a sport that attracts people who like to do dangerous things, does that create this tension between guys like driving race cars yet flying helicopters and flying airplanes and racing motorcycles?
I think it does. I think there's a courting danger aspect to the people in this sport, to the kind of racer mentality. Racing is all about putting your car and yourself really on the edge. And that's what, when you put the words experimental and aviation together, I'm not going to be in that little game. Okay, but someone like Jack Roush, he's a racer, he's got a racer's mentality, and he was already in a plane crash before where he nearly lost his life. Now he's back,
was drowned
in that situation. So I just think it is a different mentality these guys have, and I think that's why you see sometimes a lot of planes and motorcycles and that kind of thing.
I think it's a different mentality, and I think it's crazy. I think that these guys should not be flying airplanes. I don't think these guys should be riding motorcycles, and I don't think these guys should be in helicopters. I mean, I just don't think they should do it. They've got way too much to lose, and they're tired, they're exhausted, they work hard. I just don't think they should be the pilots of these crafts.
We send our best wishes to Jack Roush. That's been your Rowdy.com Big 3 for today. For Buck, I'm Bass. We're getting back to the move.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.